The story begins by introducing us to Nakrob. He runs a small, sketchy company called House Development. Now, Nakrob isn't exactly a saint. His business model is simple but deceptive. He buys old, rundown flats for dirt cheap, uses cheap tricks to make them look presentable, and then flips them for a high profit. Basically, he scams people for a living. One day, we see him supervising a paint job in an old flat. He's rushing the process so he can sell it quickly. Suddenly, he notices paint dripping from the ceiling onto the floor. He immediately starts yelling at his worker, a man named Chuck. In the chaos, Chuck's clumsy son, Suksann, trips while moving supplies into the storeroom, making a mess. Nakrob is furious, but before he can explode, a young couple arrives to inspect the flat. Nakrob instantly switches into salesman mode. He starts showing them around, hyping up the place, but karma hits fast. White paint drips from the ceiling right onto Nakrob's face. The clients look horrified. Thinking on his feet, Nakrob rubs the paint all over his face and claims it's actually a high-end face cream. Then he drops the price, 1 million baht. The couple is skeptical. It's too expensive for such a tiny place. Just then, another client walks in. It's Nanman. He loudly proclaims he wants to buy the flat immediately for the full price. Nakrob turns to the couple and says, "See, if you don't buy it now, I'll sell it to him." But the couple isn't stupid. They realize Nanman is a fake buyer planted by Nakrob. They storm out, leaving Nakrob without a sale. We are then introduced to Lin, Nakrob's girlfriend and business partner. She's the moral compass he ignores. Her younger brother warns her, "Are you really going to marry Nakrob? He's a con artist." Lin gets angry defending him. Her dream is simple. She wants to marry Nakrob, settle down, and live a peaceful life. They've been saving money together for this very dream. Back at the office, Nakrob returns with his crew, Chuck and Naman. He walks up to Lin and suddenly drops to one knee. Lin's face lights up. She thinks, this is it, he's proposing. But nope. Nakrob is just tying his shoelaces. Lin is crushed. Nakrob promises her that he just needs a few more years to save enough money for their wedding. The tender moment is ruined when a thug named Tai bursts in with his goons. Nakrob borrowed money from him and hasn't paid it back. Tai puts a gun to Nakrob's head, threatening to kill him. Terrified, Lin grabs her checkbook, her life savings, and pays off the debt to save Nakrob. Nakrob is devastated. He feels guilty that Lin had to use their wedding fund to save his life. He promises her, "I will sell 100 flats if I have to, just to get that money back." He hits the internet looking for a miracle. Naman points out that flipping small flats will take forever. By the time they have the money, they'll be old. Nakrob decides they need one big score. He finds a listing for the Niran Hotel. It's a massive property, dirt cheap, but located far outside the city. Seeing dollar signs, Nakrob decides to buy it. The next day, Nakrob, Naman, and the crew head to the location. The GPS fails them, so they stop to ask a local man for directions. The man gives them a weird look and asks why they're going to that hotel. Nobody goes there. Are you guys going to die? They ignore the creepy warning. When they arrive, the hotel is a disaster. It's filthy, overgrown, and covered in old for sale signs from previous agencies that clearly failed. A real estate agent pops out of nowhere, startling Nakrob. The agent takes them inside, trying to act professional, but he seems nervous. Things get weird when they reach the 4th floor. The agent stares at room 404 in terror and urges them to go back downstairs. Naman and Suksann notice the door to room 404 opening and closing by itself. They whisper to Nakrob, "This place is definitely haunted, let's bail." But Nakrob is desperate. Even as the agent screams at a shadow that looks like a person, which turns out to be a cloth until it moves on its own, Nakrob stands firm. He declares, "I don't care if there are 10 ghosts in here. You won't find a price this cheap anywhere else." Chuck asks, "Where will we get the money?" Nakrob reveals he's going to borrow from the loan shark Tai again. It's a huge risk. Nakrob confronts the agent. "Is there a ghost here?" The agent lies and says no, but his shaking knees say otherwise. Nakrob negotiates hard, demanding a 50% discount. Terrified and wanting to leave, the agent agrees and sells the hotel for peanuts. 1 week passes. Chuck was supposed to clean the place, but no workers want to stay. They all claim to see the ghost of a woman. Chuck, who spends most of his time drunk, claims he hasn't seen anything. Suddenly, Suksann screams. He sees a woman standing outside. It turns out to be Jifen, a food delivery woman. She's terrified and demands payment quickly so she can leave. Nakrob realizes she knows the history of the place and bribes her for information. Jifen spills the beans. Back in 1994, a woman named Lalita lived here. She was the most beautiful girl in town, the daughter of a wealthy man. Her father wanted her to marry rich, but she fell in love with a poor man named Angard. Defying her father, she ran away and married Angard. Together, they built this hotel. Room 404 was their love nest. But one day, tragedy struck. Rumor has it Lalita killed Angard, then committed suicide. No one knows why, but everyone believes her spirit is trapped here because she loved the hotel so much. Nakrob dismisses it as a fairy tale, but his crew is shaking in their boots. That night, they argue about sleeping arrangements. Naman and Suksann are too scared to sleep alone and insist on squeezing into a room with Nakrob. Eventually, the three men, Nakrob, Naman, and Suksann, sleep in one bed. In the middle of the night, Suksann rolls over and hugs Nakrob. Annoyed, he kicks him off the bed. He hears a thud, but when he looks down, it's not Suksann, it's a corpse. The corpse sits up and stares at him. Nakrob screams and tries to wake Naman, but Naman turns into a ghost and strangles him. Nakrob wakes up screaming. It was a nightmare. Naman slaps him to calm him, but then Suksann points at Nakrob's neck. There are fresh red fingerprints on his throat. Just then, the doorbell rings. Terrified, they open it to find Chuck. Chuck is pale. He says, "I heard screaming, but wait, aren't Naman and Suksann sleeping in my room?" They're all confused. If they're here, who's in Chuck's room? Chuck realizes he was sleeping next to a ghost. Suddenly, the lights flicker and a high-pitched female scream echoes through the hotel. They spend the rest of the night huddled together in terror. The next morning, they bring in a holy man, a monk or shaman, to cleanse the hotel. He sprinkles holy water everywhere, but when he approaches room 404, he smells a rotting stench. The door creaks open on its own. The shaman tries to sprinkle water, but blood drips from the ceiling onto his head. He panics and runs away. Nakrob forces Chuck to take the holy water and splash the door. Chuck bravely throws the water, but the hotel retaliates. Blood rains down from the ceiling, soaking Chuck completely. The ghost of Lalita appears, her face twisted in rage. She chases them down the hall. They try to escape, but the main doors slam shut, locking them in. After a desperate struggle, they manage to force the doors open and flee to Jifen's restaurant. Jifen tells them the hard truth. According to the deed, Nakrob is the owner. Lalita will follow him wherever he goes. Nakrob, fueled by fear and alcohol, decides to confront the ghost. He marches back to the hotel, waving the property deed. "Leave, this is my hotel now," he yells. "If you don't leave, I'll bring more exorcists." Lalita appears and chokes him. She throws him across the room like a rag doll. The ghost then starts jumping between bodies. She possesses Nakrob, making him act insane. Then she possesses Suksann, beating up Chuck. Finally, she possesses Naman, warning them, "Leave or die." Naman begs Nakrob to give up, but Nakrob refuses. He can't give up. He borrowed money again. If he doesn't sell this hotel, he loses Lin and his life. Desperate, Nakrob hires John, a famous TV ghost expert. John arrives with cameras and swagger, setting up outside room 404. But the hotel plays tricks on him. Invisible footprints appear on the floor. John pulls out a special gun and shoots the door, but somehow Nakrob feels the pain in his stomach. Lalita appears, unfazed by the bullets. John realizes he's out of ammo. The ghost attacks. Naman and Nakrob try to run, but their legs freeze, literally stuck to the floor. The ghost corners Nakrob. Chuck tries to help by hitting the ghost, but hits Nakrob instead, knocking him out. John, realizing his gadgets are useless, yells for them to go to the roof. They drag the unconscious Nakrob upstairs. On the roof, John suddenly acts strange. He walks to the edge and jumps off. It seems he was possessed or driven to suicide. Panic ensues. They drag Nakrob back down the stairs, bumping his head on every step. Poor guy. In the lobby, Nakrob wakes up just in time to see a man hanging from the chandelier. It's the ghost of a previous owner who committed suicide. The chandelier crashes down, narrowly missing them. Nakrob ends up in the hospital. Jifin brings them an old newspaper. It reveals that everyone who tried to sell the hotel died or went insane. Nakrob realizes the situation is hopeless. Lin calls him repeatedly, but he ignores her. He doesn't want to drag her into this mess. He receives a tip about a powerful blind sorcerer named Hermit who can banish spirits for 100,000 baht. Nakrob agrees. They return to the hotel with Hermit. The blind sorcerer chants mantras and pulls out a mystic knife. He enters room 404 to stab the spirit, but he drops the knife. While they scramble to find it, Lalita appears with her own weapon and stabs the sorcerer, killing him instantly. Hermit's assistant finds the mystic knife and manages to wound Lalita, weakening her. Nakrob yells, "Finish her!" But the assistant gets greedy. "Pay me another 100K first," he demands. While Nakrob hesitates, Lalita regains her strength and snaps the assistant's neck. Nakrob snaps. He starts screaming at the ghost. Why? Why do you kill everyone? He tells her to go to hell or heaven and leave him alone. His friends drag him outside to calm him down. Naman is furious. He wants to quit. Just then, Lin arrives. She tracked Nakrob down because she was worried. Seeing Nakrob bruised and battered, she demands answers. Nakrob tries to protect her. "Go away, Lin, there's a ghost here." Lin thinks he's lying to hide something else. She turns to leave, heartbroken. Suddenly, Lin stops. Her body contorts. Lalita has possessed her. The possessed Lin attacks Nakrob, strangling him. "If you don't leave, I will kill her too," the ghost threatens. Nakrob, in a blind rage, chokes her back, forgetting it's Lin's body. His friends have to pull him off. Lalita leaves Lin's body, watching from the window with a sinister smile. Outside, Lin is traumatized. She cries, "I trusted you, Nakrob. We were supposed to be partners, but you kept secrets from me. We can't be together." She breaks up with him and leaves. Nakrob is shattered. He lost the money, the hotel is unsold, and now the love of his life is gone. Nakrob grabs the mystic knife. He is done running. He tells his friends, "You guys can go. I'm ending this tonight." But Chuck, Naman, and Sirkrong refuse to leave. They say, "We are family. We fight together." They prepare for the final battle. To prevent confusion during possession, they agree on a password, singing a specific romantic song. If someone acts weird, they have to sing. They enter the hotel. They find the bodies of John and Hermit, but they push on. On the stairs, Chuck collapses. Sirkrong goes to help him, but it's a trick. It's a ghost disguised as Sirkrong. The real Sirkrong appears and the ghost vanishes. Chuck punches Nakrob, thinking he's a ghost. Naman starts singing the password song to prove he's human. Nakrob tries to sing but forgets the lyrics due to stress. Chuck raises his fist, but Nakrob remembers the words just in time. They reach room 404. Nakrob knocks. The door opens. The room is empty. Suddenly, Lalita appears behind them. "Get out," she screams. Nakrob charges and plunges the mystic knife into her chest. Nothing happens. She laughs. Lalita possesses Nakrob again. She makes him bash his own head against the wall repeatedly. Blood pours down his face. Sirkrong tackles him to stop the self-harm. Nakrob looks at the wall and sees a message written in blood. "I want to stay here forever." The room begins to shake violently. Naman finds an old diary hidden in the debris. It's Lalita's diary. She wrote, "I gave my heart to Angard from the first moment I saw him." They realize the truth. To stop Lalita, they have to deal with Angard. They look over and see Angard's ghost lying in a bathtub, his legs shackled with a heavy chain. Lalita had bound him to the hotel even in death. Lalita attacks them, possessing Chuck. Sirkrong saves his dad. Just as Lalita is about to kill them all, Naman grabs Angard's ghost and holds the mystic knife to his chest. "Stop, or I'll destroy him." Suddenly, the clock strikes 10 p.m. The room shifts. They are transported into a vision of the past, the night of the murder in 1994. They see the living Lalita and Angard. They were happy once, but then Angard drops a bomb. He wants to sell the hotel and leave. He had fallen out of love with Lalita and found someone else. He wanted freedom. Lalita couldn't handle it. She was obsessed. She grabbed a knife and held it to her own throat. "If you leave, I die." Angard tried to wrestle the knife away. In the struggle, the knife accidentally pierced Angard's chest, killing him. Devastated, Lalita wrote the message on the wall in his blood, shackled his corpse, then stabbed herself. Her spirit stayed behind to guard him, keeping him prisoner forever because she couldn't bear to let him go. Back in the present, Naman threatens to stab Angard's ghost. Lalita begs him to stop, crying, "Please, let us stay. I don't want to go." But Angard's ghost speaks up. He looks at Lalita with sad eyes. "Please, let me go. I have been in pain for so long." Lalita breaks down. Naman raises the knife, but Nakrab stops him. "No," Nakrab says, "only the one who loves him can set him free." Nakrab turns to his friends. "Sometimes you have to let the person you love go. If you force them to stay when they want to leave, it's not love, it's a prison." Nakrab isn't just talking to Lalita, he's talking to himself about Lin. He walks up to Lalita. "If staying here makes you happy, then stay. I will leave. I won't sell the hotel. But look at him. Look at the man you love. Is he happy?" Lalita looks at Angard's miserable, shackled spirit. She realizes her love has been torturing him for decades. Nakrab takes out his phone and video calls Lin. She answers, looking sad. Nakrab smiles through his tears. "Lin, I'm sorry. I won't hold you back anymore. You are free." They have a heartbreaking, tearful bye-bye. It's a clean breakup, done out of love. Witnessing this selflessness, Lalita's blood tears turn into clear water. She remembers the good times. She realizes that because she truly loves Angard, she must free him. She wipes the bloody writing off the wall and unlocks the chain on Angard's leg. She hugs him one last time. In a vision, Angard asks her to come with him to the afterlife, but Lalita shakes her head. She has to pay for her sins. She chooses to stay alone in the hotel. Angard fades away into the light, finally at peace. Nakrab and his friends leave the hotel, battered but alive. They drive away, exhausted. Suddenly, Nakrab accidentally hits a man with his car. It's the same weird guy from the beginning of the movie who gave them directions. The man is actually a lottery ticket seller. He's unhurt but insists Nakrab buy a lottery ticket as an apology. He says a beautiful woman bought all the tickets earlier except this one. Nakrab reluctantly buys the last ticket. Later, they check the numbers. It's the first prize winner. Nakrab realizes Lalita bought the other tickets to help him get the winning one as a thank you for freeing Angard. As for the hotel, we see Lalita there. She has renovated it in the spirit world. The ghosts of John, the ghost hunter, and the hermit are now working for her as staff. The hotel has become a sanctuary for ghost couples to stay happily ever after. And that is the story of the Haunted Hotel, a tale that teaches us that true love isn't about possession, it's about knowing when to let go.